Okay, hi everyone. I'm Juliet and I work for Essential Detail. We're a representation company and we specialise in luxury, boutique, sort of family-owned hotels across the Caribbean. But today I'm going to be talking to you about the gorgeous East Winds in St. Lucia. So East Winds is one of the best luxury boutique properties on the island. If you're quite familiar with St. Lucia, you may know quite a lot about this property. It's located on the north of Castries. It's around 90 minutes from the international airport and 15 minutes from George F.L. Charles Airport. East Winds is an all-inclusive resort with a difference. It's very low-key and informal, yet very private and elegant. East Winds also has a 60% repeat guest rate. So if you send your clients here, there's a 60% chance they're going to want to come back. The hotel has had a lot of updates recently. It's been completely transformed, and that's thanks to Andy and Judith, who are actually husband and wife, and they manage the hotel. And they actually visited as guests around 5 years ago and were asked to come back by the owners to run it because they loved it so much. So this property really is suited to a wide range of clientele. We see a lot of young people in their 20s, honeymooners, and families in the summer months. And then we also see sort of a more traditional older clientele in the winter months. And it's also really popular for singles as well because it's such a social hotel. So it really is one of those properties that suits a wide range of travellers. So East Winds is an intimate property with only 30 cottages set in 12 acres of tropical gardens, but only 4 of those acres is actually developed. So it's very spacious and the grounds are absolutely beautiful. The lush tropical gardens has over 100 species of plant life, rare birds and lizards can be seen dotted around the property, and there's even a nature guide available in guest rooms to help guests identify all the sort of flora and fauna that they see around the property. East Winds is set on a stunning beach with a very calm reef, so it's protected, so the waters are very calm and the coral reef is unspoilt, which is amazing for snorkeling. As the reef is protected, motorised water sports aren't permitted. However, the water sports team do offer non-motorised water sports from hobby cat sailing and lessons, snorkeling, stand-up paddleboarding, kayaking. These are all included in the all-inclusive rate. So these are the superior cottages. These are the lead-in room category, and these are actually built in the style of a traditional 1960s St. Lucian house. They've all had a soft refurbishment and are located around the pool, just steps away from, sort of a few metres away from the beach. All the bathrooms have been completely upgraded, and all the bathrooms have these beautiful basins, as you can see here, which are handmade sort of pieces of art, and they're actually made by a local potter called Michelle Elliott. So each of these basins in the bathroom is like an art piece in itself, and it really makes every room unique, and every bathroom sort of has this distinct style. So they're really, really lovely. So these are the Deluxe Cottages, which are actually the largest room category, but they're only one up from the lead-in superiors. So these are designed in the style of a 1980s St. Lucian, traditional St. Lucian house. And these are really spacious. They consist of 1 and 2 bedrooms, so they can be made into 2 bedrooms by being interconnecting. And these have also had a soft refurbishment, and they're set back from the beach within the tropical garden. So they're very private. Again, for social distancing, they're perfect because you're in your own little cottages. All the furnishings in the rooms has also been made by local craftsmen and using local St. Lucian materials. So the bathrooms again have been refurbished. They have these new sunken showers, which are sort of partially open to the elements, as you can see here. And they're really big and spacious. And we've also, again, got those beautiful handmade basins in every bathroom. So the beachfront house contains 3 of the oceanfront rooms, the signature and also the signature Oceanfront Suite, which is the top suite at East Winds. The beachfront house has a communal lounge with sort of a TV and games room, which can be used by guests as well. So the oceanfront rooms, these are really popular, as you can see, because they're just steps away from that stunning beach. They've been newly refurbished with these outdoor balconies, which are just they're more like an outdoor lounge with these sort of sofas and this really lovely outdoor living space. This is the Oceanfront Suite, which is the top suite. It's really popular with families or honeymooners, as it can hold a maximum of 2 adults and 2 children. The Oceanfront Suite has a new terrace out front with sort of these beautiful sunbeds, and it's very spacious. And as you can see, it just steps away from that beach. I could just sit there and sip a cocktail all day. It's just absolutely stunning. So the pool area at East Winds is stunning. It's set back, slightly back from the beach in the tropical gardens. It was renovated in 2017, and my personal favourite feature is the swim up bar, because it's actually unmanned, so guests can swim up and mix their own cocktails, and as you can imagine, that goes down very well with guests. So the new look Sunset Beach Bar, this has been refurbished a couple of years ago, and it's really the hub of the resort. It's a very social area, and guests can eat from a new Light Bites menu, which is available all day, every day at the Sunset Bar. And all drinks are available. So you've got premium brands. If your guests want to drink champagne all day, every day, they can do so, and it's all included in the rate. Everyone loves to come down to the Sunset Beach Bar on an evening for sort of a sundowner and to look at those beautiful sunsets. The sunsets at East Winds are absolutely breathtaking. So when you look up East Winds on Instagram and you scroll through those images, you will see so many sunset pictures because they really are spectacular. And as the beach is in a private bay, and they've got gazebos and comfortable sunbeds and a beach drink service, so what better place to sit and watch that sunset on an evening. So the quality of the all-inclusive at East Winds is really what sets this hotel apart. Everything is included, from champagne and handmade chocolates in your guest room on arrival to silver service dining in the evenings. This is just a short list of what's included in the rate. We don't have like a premium all-inclusive or loads of things at an additional cost. Most things are included in the all-inclusive. So the restaurant also has a farm to table concept. So most of the ingredients are grown in their market garden on property. And there's a new menu every 2 weeks, and private dining is also included in the all-inclusive. That's not an additional cost either. So in addition to the fruit and vegetable garden, East Winds also has its own living banana museum, which is it's quite unique. They basically have an example of every type of banana grown in this living banana museum, and they're harvested in the traditional St. Lucian style, and before the fruit then finds its way to the hotel's kitchen. And market garden tours are really popular with guests as well. Every Friday there is a huge barbecue pit on the beach serving steak, fresh fish, seasonal lobster, vegetarian options, and guests really love this because it's a very informal, fun beach party atmosphere. It really is sort of the highlight of the week. So this is the new spa and yoga pavilion. Yoga and Pilates 4 times a week, and it's complimentary in the all-inclusive, along with an outside gym. And the spa products also use homegrown produce from the hotel's own market garden in all of its treatments as well. So East Winds has a heavy focus on exclusive experiences, sort of to enhance your own client stays. These range from boat trips to the pitons and rainforest tours to local cookery classes and bean to bar chocolate making. The hotel is just very keen on guests getting out and really exploring the destination, because St. Lucia has so much to offer and there is so much to do. They really like to sort of encourage guests to get out and about. A lot of the exclusive experiences are included in the all-inclusive. Some are additional cost if they're sort of tours and rainforest tours, but there are a lot which are included in the rate. So I'm just going to touch quickly on weddings. Weddings are exquisite at East Winds. They're really popular, and buyouts are also really popular. As you can imagine, there's only 30 cottages and suites, so it's a very intimate resort. And actually, if the wedding party books out 75% of the resort, Judith will actually close it off so it's exclusive to the wedding party. And the wedding is also complimentary if the guest books 7 nights or more, and so much is included, so you don't actually have to pay anything additional other than the all-inclusive rate. And every detail really is taken care of. For example, when the guests arrive, the head gardener will walk the bride around the gardens, and she can choose her own flowers for her bridal bouquet from the tropical gardens at the resorts. And there's also only a maximum of one wedding a week here. So it really isn't a conveyor belt ceremony style at East Winds. So I've given you a bit of a whistle-stop tour of the property. One thing that I really want to mention that really brings clients back time and time again is the wonderful staff. They truly are a testament to the success of this property, and guests will always leave as friends. When you're reading those TripAdvisor reviews, one commonality throughout is that everyone speaks so highly of the amazing staff here at East Winds. Now, I know we're not supposed to have favourites, but my personal favourite member of staff is Stanley, the hotel dog. He was actually found abandoned on a piece of waste ground near the hotel in 2017, and he was adopted by Judith and Andy. So after getting through his puppy stage, he's grown into a much loved member of the team, and many guests enjoy some Stanley time during their stay. They can help out with his training or just enjoy some doggy company. So we've got some great special offers in market at the moment. You can book East Winds through most of the luxury tour operators in the UK. If you want a full list, I can send that to you. So we've got a 20% discount for January and March next year. We've got a summer 25% discount from May through to October 2021. We've also got a new children's stay free offer, which we haven't always done, so it's a really great offer. So children over 8 years are permitted, so they stay completely free on all-inclusive if sharing with 2 adults or 1 adult booked in a single room. This is really great if you've got single parents travelling with kids or families who are happy to sleep in the same room, and that's May through to October. So I'm just going to quickly touch on what's going on with the hotel in terms of coronavirus. I know you've heard so much about it, but it is really important just for me to mention what's happening. So presently, East Winds are working really hard to reopen. They're taking steps to ensure they will be ready to welcome UK guests back as soon as possible. The hotel doesn't have a firm opening date yet. They're really hoping to open on the 1st of October 2020. But what I would say is do follow them on Facebook and socials, because they will be giving updates about that. As soon as they've got a firm opening date, they will be posting that on there. And we can also get in touch with you about that as well. And also all bookings will have flexible terms and conditions. So if a client is unable to travel due to any government, any future government travel restrictions, they will have flexible booking conditions. So they won't don't have to worry about losing deposits or anything. So this is just a brief list of what's being done at the hotel to ensure maximum safety for guests and staff, adhering to all government protocols, and obviously safety is their #1 priority. Just for example, social distancing will be observed at all times except for members of the same group travelling together. No physical contact of any sort between staff and guests. Self-service is no longer permitted, but guests will then just have table service, which is they will have all their needs taken care of. Guests will also choose how often to have their room serviced by housekeeping. There will be a team moving around the hotel, cleaning frequently touched surfaces and ensuring an extremely high level of cleanliness in all common areas. Check-in takes place remotely from their room. All luggage will be fully disinfected on arrival, and there will be fewer tables in the dining room as well. And all the beach gazebos that are used for private dining will be used more because they're all spread out on the beach. One thing I will say about all the protocols being put in place is that you don't have to worry about the level of service changing. The high level of service from the friendly staff will be, if anything, it will be even better service. You don't have to worry about that. If you do want any more detailed information about any of these protocols, do contact us. I will give you my details at the end of the presentation. And finally, do visit our website, essentialdetail.co.uk. We've got loads of resources on there where we have property manuals and resort maps, which are all downloadable, so you can just has everything you need to sell East Winds. We also have 90-second training videos where you can hear from the hoteliers themselves. If you just want to refresh your memory on all the USPs of the properties, do check them out. We also have high-res images, which is downloadable on our website for all of our properties. So if you want them for advertising purposes. So thank you so much for listening today. These are all of our contact details on screen. We've got follow us on social, and yeah, thank you so much for listening.